Hey there, everyone. I'm Snortalini, and this is Leaf Warrior.
What's up, guys? We are the new hosts of this podcast. We actually went ahead and bought the company and fired everybody, including the hamster.
That's right. And we changed the name. You're now listening to the new and improved One Piece with a Mime.
So how it's going to work is a mime is going to watch it for us and reenact the plot while we live react to the mime who's reacting to the plot. Say hello, mime. Man, isn't she charming?
Okay, start the show, Mime. Man, I hate recaps. Skip to the good stuff.
Wait. Did you see that? Holy crap, they really just did that.
Oh shit, he did the move.
Excuse me, sir. Here's the drink you wanted.
Thank you, butler. Here's something for your troubles.
A penny? And it's not even sticky. You're too kind.
Oh, and for you, sir, your hot pressed towel for your sweat.
Aren't you gonna take the towel, Snort?
Did I do something wrong, sir?
No, it's all right. He's always like that.
Oh
No, sorry. My brain just shut down for a second.
That's a great way to end the bit.
Thank you so much for the towel, Jeeves. I sound like a Jeeves.
Finally, my calling.
All right. Hello, everyone out there listening to our podcast. It's your boys back at it again, except we have two very special guests. You can introduce yourselves again.
All right, Snorta, go ahead and introduce us.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'm Snortalini of BrutalMaglliniTime Incorporated, and this is
One Piece with a Lime.
Well, he was trying to lead in Leaf, but that works too.
That works too. and I'm a Leaf Warrior, also with BrutalMaglliniTime. Snort's the heart. I'm the brains. That's the easiest way to.
I'm the goblin. I'm
think
not
of
the heart. I'm not the heart. I'm the goblin. There's a different thing entirely. Goblins are more sinister in nature.
It's true. I'm Leaf Warrior, and this is my pet goblin, Snortalini. We are a Smite channel who showcases bugs and funny moments in the game Smite. It's kind of like League of Legends, if you've ever heard of that, only a little bit less miserable.
It's more tolerable, is what we're trying to say.
Right.
For the most part, yeah.
We are the Sigmas.
The Sigma males, the Sigma Momas. Oh my god!
For all you guys listening out there, you're probably wondering, how do these two people just get on this podcast? And that is a happy little accident, as Bob Ross would say. So I was just, I've been sick this week. So I think it was like Monday, called out of work, hanging out in a Smite YouTuber's Twitch stream, Other Frost. I assume like Leaf, was just hanging out in there. Everyone was chatting, in chat as chat does. Somehow podcasting got brought up or something like that. Well, something got brought up relevant. And I was like, I got a One Piece podcast doing my friends.
Shamelessly plugging.
Every time. And Leaf was like, oh shit, I love One Piece. Like, drop the podcast or whatever. I'm like, oh, well, it's called One Piece of the Line. We watched from the beginning, blah, blah, blah. And I think me and Leaf were like talking. It's like, oh, One Piece is great, blah, blah, blah. And what I said was BMT One Piece podcast when? And what I meant by that was, when are you guys going to start your own podcast? Leaf saw that as an invitation to ours. And I'm like, wait, what? Huh?
DM me on Twitter, dude. Hit me up. Let's do it. Make it happen.
Say less.
I was like, wait, you're serious? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? We started talking on Twitter. It was real. I ran everything through Jordy. Like, no, what was it? Before I got to that, I went to our group chat. I was like, hey guys, I think I just accidentally got us a guest for our podcast. I told everyone, we ran through it. Ran through Jordy's approval because he was like a little sketched out at first. He's like, I've been really wanting a guest, but also who the fuck would we get? And here I am with them at our doorstep. And now we're here.
Nice.
So yeah, kids.
And now we're here.
Happy little accidents, as Bob Ross would say. Because I have no idea how I pulled this off, and I've been thinking about this literally all week.
Well, it's our pleasure to be on here.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure.
Oh, so anybody else knows about your expertise level here, without getting into too specifics, because I will come to your houses and murder you if you spoil things for me. What is your experience so far with One Piece? How caught up are you? So on.
I'm pretty caught up. I mean, I'm basically all the way up to the like near the beginning of the last arc. But I'm not gonna really say anything. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm,
There's just too much to say anyway. Like I don't even know what point I would specifically say.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of in a similar place as Snort, except I watch it with my wife, and we will binge it for about a week or two once a year. So the last time we binged it was mid-pandemic. So I think I'm end of the BM arc, or the beginning of the latest arc, I think, that starts with a W.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should clue in people who know and not spoil people who don't.
Now, with all the introductions out of the way, on to the summary. Ma. From the ruins of another pirate ship, the Straw Hats pull out a chest the size of 5 choppers and excitedly lockpick it. However, inside they find neither treasure nor riches. Instead, they find an old woman, and as compensation for saving her, she tells them about a golden crown they can have as payment. We travel to her home island, where we meet her son, Ratchet. He's clearly the bad guy, but we pretend not to know that for the next hour. In pursuit of the promised goods, the Straw Hats team up with Ratchet to solve the riddle needed to get to it. Despite being a genius, Ratchet has been struggling to solve step 2 of this riddle. Luckily for him, though, 9,000 IQ Luffy is here to figure it all out for everybody. One thing leads to another, and we learn the island is actually on the back of a giant turtle who wakes up every 1,000 years to lay eggs. Why not? Because Ratchet, of course, was never after the crown, though. Instead, he wants to use the giant turtle to achieve world domination. Luffy shows him who's boss, though, and no matter what petty tricks Ratchet used to pull out, we learn the real golden crown was the friends we made along the way. And the eggshells the turtle lays, apparently. Those are gold, by the way. Oh, and Luffy kind of just uses second gear by accident. That was pretty cool.
And that is Meka, Soldier of Karakuri Castle, the 7th One Piece movie.
They never name that castle in the movie, though, do they?
No.
I'm also glad you spelled it out, because I couldn't remember the title of it just off the top of my head. So I was frantically scrolling the little script here. I'm like, wait, where's the title? Where's the title? Because it was really long and hard to remember.
Yeah, but that's 100% the movie. Like, all right, you just explained it.
The first hour is just, we're going on an adventure. And then 30 minutes of, I'm finally the bad guy now, you know it. Time for my turtle-centric world domination. This giant, totally not sea lion turtle from Avatar universe is gonna help me take over the world somehow.
I actually really like the beginning of that area where they're looking at where they're kind of doing the riddles and stuff. It gave me like a Goonies vibe. I thought that was really
That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I love the Goonies. So whenever this scene reminded me of that, I was like, dude, this is awesome. I really like that part. And they're all just looking at stuff.
I was thinking big Indiana Jones vibes a lot of the time too, because they especially Nami and Robin. Nami, they really dress up like Tomb Raider, and Lara Croft, I should say.
Yeah,
and Robin, they kind of give more of an Indiana Jones look to her. So I was like, oh, at a certain point in the beginning, I wasn't like super enjoying the movie, and then I realized that this is basically just One Piece Indiana Jones, and I was like, oh, I can get behind this. This is fun. And
yeah.
Luffy starts solving all the riddles, like, all by himself.
And no one ever believes he's a captain, man. It's real tragedy.
Leaf and I have some theories on that, but I guess we'll talk about that once you get there, right? Because
yeah, I mean, we can talk about it now. I've got bullet points listed here. They're more of just we don't have to go in order. We can do whatever we want.
So Leaf actually brought something very, very true about Luffy. And like, you know, he doesn't have a subconscious. He has a supraconscious.
Oh,
like his thought process. He doesn't think about things. It just comes to him. So whenever he's trying to solve a puzzle, he knows he knows what to do already. Like it's not like he has to think about it. He just does, and it always works.
that's some super intuition right there.
It's like he has no separation between his conscious, his waking mind and his sleeping mind.
Yeah,
He's just always asleep.
Yeah,
That's my secret captain. he's just constantly in a state of being too high IQ that he comes off as dumb because nobody else can understand what he's talking about.
And it's also obvious. It's also easy to him that he can be lighthearted about it.
Yeah, he's galaxy brains, basically.
I mean, it makes sense. He has the gum fruit. Like, his brain clearly expands. We just can't see it.
Oh, dude. He has his brain must have so many wrinkles because he can probably stretch his brain around.
Yeah. So he can make. Oh, that's great because he can be like Chopper's brain point, but way better because he can force more wrinkles into his brain.
What if his that idea of things other than the physical being able to be stretchy as well, like his point of view or his parts of his like meta personality can also stretch.
Dude, that'd be like gear
X.
Gear X.
Oh,
That's exactly it. And then he gets like telekinetic powers of stretchy powers.
Oh my god. Oda, take notes because of course you're listening to this.
Oda's listening to this and he somehow understands English, so he's
Your
ready.
next guest is Oda, by the way, right?
Absolutely. We're working on it right now.
Yeah, I mean we
Nice.
weren't going to tell anybody, but yeah, we're getting Oda on next episode so that he can spoil everything for me. We don't actually need to do the rest of this podcast.
He can just sit down for 5 or 6 days and tell you the story.
Yeah.
He's gonna reveal the One Piece to us, and then he's gonna kill us because he can't risk us leaking it to the public.
I legitimately think with the amount of money One Piece makes, a secret like that would be worth the life of half a dozen more.
No,
more people.
actually, probably, yeah.
I mean, considering that he's only told the ending to people who are terminal.
I mean that's what we hear.
Right. Those are only the stories they release to the public.
But the last thing they heard was him just pinching the oxygen pump right after he tells them.
It's like what's it called? It's like almost like the Necronomicon. Like as soon as you find out the truth, you die.
Oda just walks around hospitals. He's like, "You want to know the secret to the One Piece? Yeah, you gotta pay the ultimate price, though. Fuck, I could die happy. Tell me."
I like the idea that he just goes around the hospital, like knocks on every door and just asks random people. They go, "What's a One Piece?" And he goes, "It's," and then he kills them.
Yeah. They die from joy.
He moonlights as the Grim Reaper.
All right,
That was a tangent.
that was a tangent. It's fine. It'll be great.
It's on brand for us.
So we start off with the Straw Hats being in a bit of a predicament as they've discovered a treasure chest, but now they're stuck in the middle of a storm. Luffy, of course, the big brain just pulls them all back to the boat at like Mach 7, but it's fine. We unlock our little chest here, and we get the female version of that guy from like the Little Garden arc, who's stuck in the chest.
Also the chest.
Well, he was also kind of part of the chest, but
So I wasn't around the podcast for back then, but did you ever establish like is he wearing the chest? Is he the chest? He's like a mimic from insert video game franchise here.
well, it becomes known that he's literally just stuck in the chest, but I think at one point we just considered him like molded into the chest. He's become one with the chest now. And so it's just impossible to get him out because he also like got really fat in it and wedged himself into. But on a more general note, we like the movie. I think we all like the movie, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. I'm generally not a anime movie fan for whatever particular reason.
He says as the guy who almost who cried during Mugen Train.
Okay,
There it is.
okay. Let me clarify. I don't like non-canon stuff. I guess maybe.
There we go.
I don't know.
There we go. Okay, that makes sense.
Notable exceptions is Bleach, and I guess it's just because I'm a fanboy and I can eat anything that's Bleach, even if it's garbage. But yeah, this movie's enjoyable. The Indiana Jones vibes are pretty cool. Ending kind of falls off for me.
Yeah.
I actually appreciated the fact that like the villains weren't devil fruit users because I feel like we don't get to see that very often in One Piece, at least after a certain point. Like everyone just has a devil fruit and so OP as hell.
Yeah, and it fits maybe with the overall tone of the movie, which was less combative as a whole anyways. It wasn't really a big bad fight movie. It was all the clues and the riddles and the lessons we learned at the end of the day.
especially with the reveal at the end ish, with when he's fighting the giant Iron Man robot, and he accidentally uses second gear. It feels like the whole movie was just to explain how he discovered second gear.
Oh yeah,
That makes it canon, right? Or at
which
least
would make it canon.
yeah.
Or at least that 5-minute section.
It's like the whole movie was a flashback to before Water 7 or whatever.
yeah.
So our editor Jordy, he said he left the movie for like around this time when the rest of us had finally progressed a large way through Water 7 and Ennie's Lobby and stuff like that. We know about second gear and all this other stuff. He was like, oh man, it reveals second gear. I don't want to like spoil that for anybody. From my perspective, I look at that scene and I'm like, yes, it's basically second gear. He pumps his legs, he's steamy and whatnot, but like you could kind of just see this as Luffy got hit so hard, but like resisted that he just kind of internally rubber banded ricocheted or whatever.
Yeah,
the impact, and then he's just steamy. Because it doesn't do like a form change. He doesn't even technically do. He never says like jet, Gatling, or pistol, whatever he did. So like personally, that's just because I'm a madman when it comes to messing around with spoilers. I would have showed anybody that movie and be like, yeah, and this is nothing. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, without context, they have no idea what it is. It's just him squishing.
Exactly.
And that's one without spoiling anything. That's always been one of the cool things about Luffy gears / forms, without spoiling anything about the rest of the forms. So they've always kind of felt like they were related to the fruit and something that was clever and that he discovered rather than like just something he got as a BS power up or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he could have done this from the start. Like if he had just thought of it.
Yeah, I tend to err on the side of appreciating not ending up with spoilers because I haven't seen anything past where we're watching, but I think it would have been cool actually in this instance to have seen this, because you're right, it doesn't really spoil second gear. It just sort of happens, and at the end of the movie, Luffy goes, you know, that thing that happened, like my legs coiled up and I got like really strong for a second. That was kind of cool. Seeing that, I probably would have forgotten about it completely until we actually watched him do it in Water 7 Ennie's Lobby, and then I would have been like, oh, that's a really cool like reference from the movie, because this movie came out like a full year, maybe I think it was, before he reveals it in Ennie's Lobby, or at least earlier in the same year. Like, so this movie drops before the episode where he reveals gear in the first place. So I feel like having watched it in that sort of order would have actually been kind of cool. Is it that big of a deal? Not really, but it would have been nice. I think Jordy's wild on this one particular instance.
See, Jordy, I told you.
Feel free to use this time to gloat. Don't get too big for this. I don't want to hear spoilers.
What? I would never. I have
Justin's
never.
a big spoiler guy.
I have literally never.
Spoiler? Hardly know her.
When you're right, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, you're right.
Hey man, I just want to point out that one time that Brendan name dropped Blackbeard. All right, that was spoiler.
All right. Well, yeah, that did happen.
Which was also fine. It was back in not Skypiea. What was before Skypiea? What do they call that island?
Alabasta?
Alabasta, right? I think
Not
was
that
before.
far. It's like they stop at Jaya. Was it Jaya?
Jaya. It was Jaya.
Okay. So yeah, in Jaya, the crew rolls up in town. They meet Blackbeard for the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Expressions, because when they're talking about, there's one that says "I love pie, I hate pie." You just see that Blackbeard's. I'm sorry, the goon is happy, and then Luffy is
Wait,
sad.
did you just confirm that that's Blackbeard?
I did not.
Uh-oh.
He did.
Yeah, you did.
That's Blackbeard, ain't it? That's why they mentioned the Whitebeard pirate.
Devin, please.
Oh no.
Brendan.
Oh no.
You did this, Brendan.
I
What
did.
And then we were like, "No, it's all right." Next episode, they were gonna name him anyway.
But it was still fun to make
Yeah, it
fun
was
of him.
really funny just hearing him sweat and cry. He's like, "I'm sorry."
It wasn't a spoiler. It was just a reveal enhancer.
Yeah, exactly.
The Avatar podcast, they call their spoilers foreshadow reports. That's what they call it. It was just foreshadowing. Don't worry about it, kids.
That's brilliant. So
So we go ahead. No, please.
Oh yeah, we talked before. It was like the about the fights and how you were kind of pleased that the fights didn't have didn't really that they didn't involve villains that had the devil fruits, and like kind of is cool in general about how they've taken over this ginormous turtle, which is probably a larger accomplishment than even people with devil fruits in some of these one-offs, and like. They're obviously incredibly innovative people, and it kind of fits with the like sort of the overall, I guess, tone of not really being a big combat movie, because there's definitely movies that are.
Yeah, that also brings me, I guess, if I have any nitpick of this movie, and even though they pointed it out in the movie, it's the whole guy's thing was world domination. You know, that was his whole motivation. Of course, it's a dumb motivation. And even though they say it in the movie, you know, I mean, this guy has so much technology, dude. If he would just tell the military about what he can do, he would get hired and make so much money. He practically would have world domination.
He made airplanes.
He made airplanes.
Yeah.
In a world of boats.
In a world of boats on a turtle. If he had the power and the might of the Navy behind him.
Oh my God! Could you imagine how much more devastating a Buster Call could get if it had some of this technology?
Yeah,
bro.
I think you need some of that cognitive dissonance, right? Like maybe that's what it's there for. It's to add contrast to his character. He's a really smart guy with really dumb motives.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was his whole thing, his whole shtick. That he's smart, but he's stupid.
Sounds like me in high school.
And Luffy's the opposite. He's stupid, but he's smart.
Yeah, no, that's just me.
His
also
intelligence
do.
is just far beyond our
He
understanding.
runs purely on instinct.
Instinct. He's an animalistic creature.
He runs around sniffing the grass for meat.
It swallows it whole. He bores it.
I guess he's a personality foil for Luffy then in that regard. It's like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
he is
that's
kind
cool.
of like the exact opposite.
You know, as opposite as it gets personality wise. He gets smart guy that's dumb, whereas Luffy's a dumb guy that's smart. Wisdom versus intelligence on a D&D chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets fun. At first you can look at this movie and be kind of disappointed that there's no big bad fights. Like the Straw Hats aren't challenged physically really in any way. But if you just kind of take that step back, I think it becomes a little bit, which is kind of the opposite of most of the time what I stand for this show, because I like seeing them showcase their powers and use them in fun ways, or their strength in different and fun ways,
Yeah, and I liked a lot of the comedy towards the
comedy was
beginning
hilarious.
as well.
Yeah.
Super slapstick. There was one particular scene that I mentioned to Snort and broke down a little bit. It was when Nami and Robin were discussing. They were trying to work their way through the riddle, and you've got them talking, and you as the viewer are trying to follow this conversation, and it felt like it was a great proxy for the viewer, where the viewer was basically Robin in that scenario. We're trying to listen to Nami break this riddle down.
You forgot to mention that Luffy.
It's punctuated.
Yeah.
By Dingus, Dongus, and Dumbus interrupting it. And so you as a viewer, there was a point where I was about to like actually get angry because I was trying to follow what Nami was saying, and the dumbasses, Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper were just running across the screen interrupting it. And that's the same point when Nami crumples the paper, and the way they connected the viewer to that scene, like I got angry the same moment Nami got angry, and I knew what she was going to do because that's what I wanted to do. That was a beautifully directed scene.
That was a great scene. Yeah, I agree 100%. That was really funny.
And they keep getting progressively faster across the screen too. Like it happens every second, and then it's like every half second, and they're zooming past every other word that they're speaking.
Yeah, and it lasted longer than it felt like it should have. Like that whole sequence lasted like 30 or 45 seconds or something. Like they must have run across the scene like 15 times. It felt like it was longer. They drew out that joke until the point where you as the viewer were like, I like that. That was one of the coolest
I think that probably
scenes
was
in the whole movie.
Yeah, I think so as well.
My favorite was Luffy when he's all beat up. He's like, Thawi, Thawi. Just like, especially, something about reading the subtitles that way was even more funny. Just the little lisp. I'm like, this is great.
There's a moment too, also, like when everyone's not at each other's throats and they meet Ratchet, like for the first not for the first time, but like they meet up and they're talking shop. And I think with Nami like beats somebody up again, probably Luffy or Usopp, and Ratchet's two little goons, whose names I can't remember right now because who cares, are sitting there crouching with Zoro, and they're like, is she always this mean? And Zoro's like, bro, you have no idea.
Nami's just straight up abusive, man.
Yeah, this whole island's on the back of a giant fuck off turtle that has to wake up every 1,000 years to lay eggs for just because they needed a plot reason to have this guy, I don't know, want world domination or have a vehicle for world domination. And I don't know, maybe just the giant part of giant turtle made it seem like this was going to be useful for world domination, but clearly this guy doesn't understand the grand line at all.
No, he doesn't.
Which he thought a giant turtle and a few cool mechs were gonna get him to world domination, and man, he couldn't be more wrong. Because honestly, Nami probably could have taken down this entire island by herself, and she didn't even have the perfect Klimatoct.
What a bold accusation you got there.
I don't know, man.
I mean, Nami's kind of OP. Maybe not yet, but like she will be. Although I'm the one who brought it up, it reminded me that you see Usopp in like the opening credits scene working on the perfect Klimatoct in his workshop. Mm.
Oh, that's right.
You get a little they drop little continuity things in here to let you know, as someone who's, if you're further down the line anyway. Although again, at the time, these you wouldn't know necessarily because we hadn't actually gotten to the Water 7 arc. But having seen it in retrospect, you see Usopp working on the perfect Klimatoct. We get the second gear tease. We literally, us on this podcast, just watched the moment where some random Marine number 307 with the rust fruit rusts through one of Zoro's swords. But in the movie, he still has that sword.
Yeah.
So you see all this, you see all these little like continuity things that are really fun when we're at this point in the podcast where we've watched up to like just past episode 300. And I enjoyed those especially. Maybe that's a good part of having watched it before.
They're like little rewards because a lot of people probably go back and watch the movies like after. Like, and I doubt there's a ton of people that watch them like the moment they come out, coming back a year or 2 years down the road. They're little like rewards. Like, yeah, I believe it or not, we foreshadowed these things.
Show that Oda's just too big brain for everybody. And our friend Brendan, who is the big One Piece guy, who's watched through allegedly the entire series several times.
He's an absolute madman.
Crazy ass. How is the fuck
insane? He did. The way he described it was like, I'll get part of the way. I used to get part of the way through and go, I don't really remember what happened on episode like 100, and I'm on like 500 right now. I better go back and rewatch. And then he just does. He just rewatches it.
Well, for him, he's been like his little, I guess, asterisk to his record is he's been watching since like day one of release. So he'll like watch him to current at some point. So whenever he started his rewatch, wherever that was, he went back to the beginning, started watching, got up to the, let's say
whatever they were at the time. If they were at episode 300, he'd go, all right, I'm up to date. Time to go rewatch.
He comes back around from the rewatch. Now it's like episode, 450 or whatever. Rinse and repeat. He did that for a while up into maybe a little recently because he prefers dub. I remember we found out about this because a guy I went to college with, he casually dropped that he was like going to rewatch One Piece for like his 11th time, or I think it was way higher than that. And I'm like, I don't know how you could possibly do this. Like, I like One Piece.
Hours.
That's what I'm saying.
They operate on a different time plane. They have to.
The time fruit.
My joke was he's like semi-notable cosplayer. He's like really recognized in the League of Legends community because he's like done official cosplays for them. He's been spotlighted on their like community tab. He's been at Worlds as like a cosplayer. Blah blah blah. He's like doing it big. He loves to like he loves to cosplay as like the black characters. So he has a Echo cosplay is really good. I was like, he must just be actually Echo and just frees his time to do this because there's no other way.
Or he just does nothing but watch One Piece while he's like sewing or.
I would definitely believe that he's like working on his posits. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make myself a nice little costume. Gotta work on my next Zoro cosplay, and we're currently watching Water 7. Oh man, it's Zoro versus Kaku. I love that fight.
Wait, what did you say there? Zoro with the cock out?
That's a different One Piece, different website.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. No, Kaku is everybody's favorite. Well, and by everybody I mean me, CP9 agent.
Oh, that's
the giraffe fruit guy.
The giraffe man, the poor man who's like, all right, yeah, you turn to a giraffe. That's
Snorri, you just spoiled the legendary Four Sword style.
The legendary four. What?
No, we watched it.
Oh, you've seen Four Sword
we're
style.
past that. No, we're good.
Like our most recent recording was on Wednesday. Did we finish? Yeah, I think we just finished Rob Lucci versus Luffy's fight.
Oh, okay.
So we're like,
yeah.
I was when he said Zoro had his cock out.
Legendary sword style.
His cock.
Oh no.
Yo, Brody.
Whoosh. Just whoosh. Right over our heads.
Make sure to add sound effect there.
Yo, Brody.
Boy. My God. You know what's funny too? Somebody just shared a picture in our group chat that was Four Sword style, but it was Zoro clenching another sword between his butt cheeks.
Nice.
It's wrong.
That was great.
So you mentioned the like the song, the turtle, right? And you were about to get to the song or something like.
Yeah. So they learn about this riddle eventually. Rewinding a little bit more towards the beginning of the movie, as they're on their way to the island, they get this a kind of cool shot of the ship passing by a fisherman on his little boat, and he's got this song. And the entire it's realized that the entire riddle is really just a bunch of puns. It's a bunch of dad jokes based on Japanese pronunciation and writing of kanji. And
I think that was one downside to watching the sub, I guess, or I don't even know if there was a dub available when we looked, but it's like we didn't really, as a viewer, have opportunity to get the riddle because unless you spoke Japanese, read kanji or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably wouldn't. I don't even know if a dub really exists for this movie, to be honest with you.
I didn't see one when we looked.
Yeah, I don't imagine many. I would imagine the dubs for these movies maybe start happening later in the future when One Piece is wildly more popular in the West. And trying to think of like the one specific movie where like, because later down the line the movies get like really flashy and it's pretty combat heavy from the few I've seen, but they're like cult classics, like everyone loves them. So I imagine like around movie 10, I think, is when like this new age like HD quality and stuff like that starts coming out, and that's where like maybe dubs start happening.
It's probably about when it starts getting bigger overseas, because this is still like 2006, 2007.
Yeah,
when it probably wasn't nearly as big over here, so they didn't care. Like they're not going to make a dub for a movie that's going to make like $100,000 overseas, you know?
Yeah,
especially when you have 4Kids TV handling One Piece around this time, probably.
Yeah, actually, I was going to talk about that.
Sorry, I vomited in my mouth.
No, yeah, you know what? I'm actually like, I don't know like what happened, but I think like Sanji's voice changed over time, and it got kind of worse. Like I liked it when he had that Boston accent, dude. That was awesome.
We love Joey Wheeler as our voice Sanji.
It was so awesome, dude. I don't know why, but just hearing that voice come out of him, man, it was blessed.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I've been watching the sub this entire time, so
Yeah, for kids, One Piece dub was cursed, but Sanji was what
blessed, dude.
had a Boston accent. Basically, just imagine Joey Wheeler voicing Sanji.
I summoned Luffy in attack mode.
Hey, Luffy.
Sanji, if you know what's good for you, just keep sucking your candy.
Please, you think your little threats scare me? Give me a break.
Threats? Oh, it's no threat, pal.
Then try backing it up, sword boy.
Also, I get frustrated because of like how small the dub voice acting pool is for anime for some reason. When I hear voices like Zoro's in the dub and like some other characters, I'm just here like, God, Piccolo's just everywhere.
Or Vegeta. Yeah, I thought
Yep.
Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I remember hearing there's some sort of gatekeeping that happens with the anime dubs.
I believe that because there has to be a reason the pool is so small for so long. Like you can't tell me that like, man, there's really no other voice actors coming up in the world. Like I understand like, you know, not everyone's as tenured as like Johnny Young Bosch or Bryce Papin, insert last name here, and so on and so on. But like,
Maybe there's not enough value in the contracts that are going out to be bid on, or maybe there's some union shenanigans going on within Funimation or
There is
unions
there are
associated with them. Or
definitely agree with the
There
union
is.
stuff. Like,
there is.
I think I recently learned that with the with Hi-Res, they hire for like voice acting jobs. They hire like non-union workers. So I guess there's just like a lot of bureaucratic red tape. Otherwise,
I wouldn't be surprised, I wouldn't be surprised that people who hire non-union get blacklisted as well by union. I know that can happen, but like, yeah, it's like maybe there's just not enough money in anime dubbing for there to be other bidders coming from the US and coming from Europe that Funimation can't outbid
Yeah, there's
because of
no
how
need.
large they are. Yeah, like there's no competition there because there's not enough money.
Like if a new anime comes out and then all of a sudden, oh look, it's Zoro again talking. I'm not gonna be, I'm gonna stop watching it. No, I'm just gonna watch it. Like it doesn't change anything.
it's only gotten worse since Crunchyroll just bought Funimation too, or was that the other way around?
One or the other.
I don't
no,
remember.
Funimation probably by Crunchyroll.
Yes, because Sony owns Funimation, I believe.
Yeah, Funimation is pretty big. Crunchyroll is just like a hosting site.
So we love a monopoly on our anime
Yeah.
everything. At least here in the West. I wonder what it's like out in Japan and Far East.
I bet it's a little better.
But they get, I think it is, but they just get like paid like, I don't know. I can't really say how they get paid.
Dog.
Probably not a lot.
Hey man, if the animators, the people making this stuff, don't get paid enough, I could only imagine the voice actors are getting paid far less.
I mean, there's definitely like celebrity voice actors.
Yeah, I feel like I'd bet that voice actors get paid a little bit better than animators do.
Which is an absolute crime, but that's just me.
The voice actor for Luffy and Goku making bank.
The voice
Oh,
for Dio,
man.
because Dio's voice actor is the one I recognize in other shows the most. That dude has got to make bank.
His voice is unique.
Dilda.
No, Dilda. Tawado.
Roda roller.
Dude, that guy's definitely, because his voice is so distinct. I think that's what it is. If you have a
Mhm.
distinct voice, that's when you get kind of like a.
Especially to like a Western audience. Like I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of anime that I've seen that share voice actors, and I just don't know. Either because they're just like really skilled at changing their voice for each character, or maybe the pool is just way wider, or maybe I have an untuned ear or whatever the case is. But like Dio's voice actor, everybody can recognize that one.
I think in general, like the male voice actors tend to have pretty unique voices, but the female voice actresses tend to have the same kind of voice. But I guess that's what the
except for
market
Goku
demands.
and Luffy, right?
Yes, except for that.
Oh my god! When I heard Goku's voice in Japanese for the first time, this is like a couple of years ago. So I went like 15 plus years not knowing. And I'm like, that's what Goku sounds like in the
Yeah.
sub. It's just a high pitched woman screaming every episode.
to be honest, I'm not a fan of it.
I'm also not a fan of it. I also just don't watch Dragon Ball Z, so like it's fine.
I think the voice actor and the dub voice actor is leagues better. I think it fits Goku's personality 100 times more. But I think her voice matches Luffy perfectly.
I remember how shocked I was when I had a name and face. No, I had a face to the name for dubbed Naruto, like that voice actress. I had no idea who this person was because never had a face. And so I was watching some Disney Channel show. I think it was Lab Rats, and they had a principal character in that show. And I kept hearing her voice. I'm like, you sound really familiar. And then this is back. There's a time where I don't know what it's called now. Back in the day, it was called Toon Disney, but like on that same channel, that secondary channel, they started airing Naruto Shippuden episodes, and they had like a little behind the scenes snippet where it was like, hey, I'm like so and so. I'm Principal Perry in this show, but I also voice Naruto. And I'm like, you're the voice of Naruto? You've been the voice of this like defining character of my childhood for like 20 plus years, and I had no idea. Like, I was blown away.
Anyway, back to One Piece.
Are we done with this movie? We still got anything to talk about?
I don't remember where we really left off. They wake up Shimigami. They follow the puzzles. They find another half of it because Robin can read every language in this universe. So she figures out the language on the board after like 2 seconds of reading a book. They find the other half of this puzzle. Ratchet proposes they drink the entire underground lake in order to reveal the underwater forest.
Well, it would have worked, to be fair.
Yeah, we just needed more people.
It would have worked, actually.
If we had like 30 more Luffys. And then there's a spear. All of this is puns, and apparently forest can be also translated to spear, I think it was. Nami hits it with a Thunderbolt tempo because, sure, I'm not sure why that was the first idea, but we did it.
Yeah, I was confused about that too. I was like, wait,
I
was that
think
part
I
of the
know.
riddle?
I think I know. And I think it's because in order for the spear to be green, it would have had to be copper that oxidized. And,
yeah.
So her brain probably automatically went to copper, as in copper wire, and the way it was planted in the ground kind of made it look like a lightning rod.
Oh my
Something that
god.
could be.
Yeah, that's
so
good. That's definitely it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
That's what I thought, at least. I thought it was obvious, Snort. I don't know how your dumbass can keep up.
I mean, I was just like, I don't know, like, okay, she's just gonna shock it for some reason. All right.
I love too in this movie that Ratchet has these glasses that just like automatically make the evil glasses villain guy glint. They just do it. Like every time that he's flashed up on screen, his glasses are fully like shined. You know what I'm talking about? Like
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the glasses flare.
Yeah, it's awesome. That every single time he does that, I always laugh. It's so fucking funny. It was awesome.
There was one towards the end that was just so
good.
fucking good.
So
We're
good.
like, we
Just
gotta
anyway.
use that in a video. We gotta use that in a fucking video.
His face is like actually like super highly detailed, and it has like a super big grin, and then he just pushes the glasses up, and then the glasses just go yellow.
It's definitely one of the better bits in my opinion. And then it's revealed that of course this was Ratchet's plan all along. He knew that this was how you woke the giant turtle up. Fuck a gold crown. Who cares? It's not even real. Pranked you, idiots. I'm here to take over the giant turtle. So
you just reminded me about something. It's about the golden crown, dude. Why did they add so much detail to the turtle laying eggs?
It was slightly off-putting too.
Dude, that was a lot of detail. Like, yeah, it was so gross. It was nasty, dude. I don't know why they did so much detail. Like, they're like, all right, guys, search online how a turtle laying eggs looks like and just animate that perfectly. Why? They just could have had the eggs dropping, and I would have been happy.
They did not have to animate the cloaca for that.
Cloaca. I don't want to be seeing giant turtle cloaca. That's not what I want to see.
We could have just not done it. Like we were perfectly fine with them standing there. The eggs were there. Like we got giant turtle booty. That's fine. But
We
the
could have
eggs were
inferred
already laid.
eggs.
Yeah.
Like we would have known where they came from if there were eggs.
Oh God, I don't even want to talk about eggs that much anymore, man. It's
Clearly, there's some National Geographic demographic out there that they just had to appeal to over in Japan.
Yeah, and also because plot reasons, these eggs hatch immediately. Like they're no sooner popped out than they just cracked open and they're born. They're there.
Yeah, she's been incubating him inside her body for 1,000 fucking years.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of like
I guess
live
that's
birth.
fair.
It's practically a live birth.
Yeah, she just it's like going to the supermarket and putting your quarter into the little machine and getting like the little ball that you crack open. It's got a little toy inside.
Yeah.
Except it's her children.
Yeah.
See, I actually made an incorrect prediction. My original thing that I thought they would have to do in order was like to appease the island or appease the turtle or whatever. I thought that the old lady had that the turtle pose that she had. I thought she had trapped one of the little turtles, like the baby that they'd have to return to the big turtle. And I thought that was going to be like the cause of the big turtle's distress. And then like the reason the turtle pose worked is because it was a little baby turtle trying to get to its mom. I thought that was going to be the
That's
angle
what I thought too.
Okay, I'm kind of on board with this too. My explanation, like I wasn't nearly as detailed in my thinking as you were, but I remember when she pulled out the turtle pose and I was on call with Christian. I was like, "Bro, I can't believe she has a live turtle in there. Like, do you think she feeds it?" He's
so
like,
sad.
He's like, "Do you think that thing's alive?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's got so much life in his eyes."
I did not even think it was alive. I'll be honest with you.
I thought it was going to be a baby because, you know, animals have that, the geo navigation, like how birds know which way is north and all that. And some animals go to the same migratory locations. Like, I thought it was going to be one of those things where the turtle knew which direction its mom was because maybe the mom was a big magnet or something. So the turtle could always locate it. The babies could locate it. I don't know. Something somewhat
You
biological.
could still be right. To be fair, they don't discount that theory in this movie.
Well, if the eggs are gold.
Well, she could. The eggs are gold, but she could have. You know, someone could have very easily at some point just like plucked one of the babies and put it inside this little compass.
Who would put it in a compass? What kind of monster? And also, it's also like not even clear. It's just like dark inside. Like, all right, into the box and just shut it.
Yeah, it's a Pokeball. It's bigger on the inside.
I feel so bad for that turtle, and it never gets released. It just sits stuck in there.
It sits in there still to this day.
Only for two idiots to stare at it and poke it. Chopper and Luffy look inside like this is the best shit ever, and they poke it, and the turtle just, you know, you say the turtle looked like it had so much life in its eyes. I say they've never looked deader.
Oh, a poor little turtle.
Kill me.
Kill me, please.
I've been stuck in here for 200 years.
End it.
I've been stuck in here for 200 years.
But it was discredited because of how big the babies were when they hatched.
I guess that's
so,
fair.
like, it would obviously be too small.
Yeah, but it's still, I feel bad for that baby turtle, though. Get him out, please.
Oh, I know. Somebody save that turtle.
God damn.
No, new headcanon I just came up with right now. It has the same internal voice as Kumadori when Chopper locked Kumadori in the fridge. It's like, the compass is opening. Shut.
But yeah, I guess that's pretty much the whole movie. They beat up the bad guys one last time, and then they do this sweet team move at the end with the spinning axe kick.
I want to talk about that. I saw that, and Christian disagrees. I want to know at what point that cannonball was necessary. I saw that cannonball make a bunch of transitions. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I think Luffy could have done this spinning axe kick thing by himself. No cannonball necessary. Like I was so lost. I'm like,
It's for the momentum, dude.
He gently drops it. He just gently drops it. It's not even like he tosses it. He just... Like I was expecting the cannonball to be part of it or something, to be like
Because he absorbed all the energy, all the kinetic energy from it, turned it into potential energy in his wind up, and then snapped forward. And
my brain was like, did he just use the cannonball as like fodder to protect his sandal as he's kicking it down? I was like, what is happening?
I thought he used it to wind himself up.
I mean, yeah, he did.
The force of the cannonball winded him up. So then he took all that cannonball force.
I mean, he could still hold on to that shit when he's slamming down. That's now you just added a cannonball to yourself.
Well, but no, then it's more weight. So the less weight there is, then the more velocity of the spin.
Oh yeah, you're right. Luffy already probably calculated all this physics in his head.
We've already established he's a million IQ snort. His waking brain is always asleep.
His waking brain is always asleep. His
Someone with a super conscious like Luffy.
Yeah.
This is not a hard task.
his brain has folds in the fourth dimension.
God, I wish I could fold in the third.
Right. I wish I had any folds in the first place.
Just dots up here.
It's a chicken breast brain.
Chicken breast brain.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
That's what it looks like. Imagine a chicken breast. A brain with no wrinkles.
It's just two chicken breasts up here.
Oh,
Slimy ass cerebral matter.
Oh, God.
oh, it's great.
Slimy ass cerebral matter. You know, I think that's the name of the metal band I'm going to start,
That'd be
actually.
a great one.
That'd be great.
You think my two chicken breasts are all natural grass-fed diet?
I don't know. Do you eat a lot of grass? You eat your veggies?
I think I should start.
We've been watching the movies basically in order, just kind of sporadically. So we've watched the previous 6 movies before this. And without a doubt, the last one, Baron Matsuri, I don't know if you guys have either of you have watched it, but that movie's the pinnacle. So to follow up that movie with this one it's not as good, but it's still a good movie.
No, I don't think
we haven't watched it. No.
Movie number 6.
It's got a much darker tone to it. Things get like really on the opposite end of this being kind of like goofy and gags and riddles and stuff. That one gets to a lot darker place. So if you like that kind of like mystery, dark suspense kind of idea, but in your One Piece universe, go give it a watch.
That sounds great.
To wrap this up a little bit, do you guys, I mean, I don't know if you have any like direct quotes that we already talked about, like favorite moments. There was one part where because we'll sometimes note down quotes here and give our favorites. At one point when they're in like the dining hall, when Ratchet invites them into his castle or whatever, Nami and Robin are talking to Ratchet about whatever, and then Luffy in the background yells Nami's name.
Oh my
like,
god, that was so fucking funny.
Like she's about to get axe murdered by somebody, and she turns around super worried about what could happen, and he's looking at the table. Nami, there's a puppet. It's carrying tea. And she beats the shit out of him for it. She was so worried.
ナミ何人形がお茶を運んでるぞすっげーごめんなさいね話を元に戻す
That was so funny. That was awesome.
That's probably one of my favorite bits in the entire thing.
I can't believe I forgot about that. That was a great scene. You know, I'm also sad I didn't really talk about the elephant in the room. His army of like lifelike maids.
All the maids.
They never really went into that. Why they were all just women. I kind of wish they discussed that. That would have been really...
Gender roles. That's why. Totally. No other purpose here.
Yeah, yeah. Gender roles. He really believes in them.
He sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, I guess yeah, he is kind of a dweeb, so he's probably red pill.
Oh yeah. He definitely does not come down from that castle either at any point to even meet with real women.
Yeah, he's on and I'm not gonna even go there, dude.
The pelvises of those fucking maids are probably just absolutely smashed apart.
It's probably just dust.
Oh my god.
It's probably just dust now. And that's why he makes new ones.
Yeah. That's why that one like has its head fall off. It doesn't really work well because it's just so shaken up.
Because he's packing a huge hog. He's been slapping it in the face.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
Well, there's another gift to your editor.
Oh yeah.
Have fun with that, Dylan.
That's an edit. That's a Dylan special right there.
Do you guys ever add indicators like to your voice of like make it really like clap or a loud sound, or do you actually expect him to listen to every minute?
Our editor listens to everything, and there's a whole lot of redacted, whole lot of chop fruit going on.
chop fruit. Nice.
Yeah, he looks for spikes in the action, and he'll listen through them. And if it's something that's awful and needs to get cut, it'll happen.
Well, Mr. Editor, we appreciate your diligence, and please, for the love of Christ, cut that last thing we just talked about.
Don't. There's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with what I said.
It just cut it out, package it up real quick, real nice, put a bow on it, and we'll send it just to Snort, and just in a Snort only edit.
I mean, you really
director's
can't.
cut, if you will.
I mean, good luck trying to contain that, though.
Just like his package.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what we never really talked about? Not that it's really that important. Is the butler guy who just like kind of saves them from the trash compactor. Star Wars.
Don't know
scene.
where that guy came from.
He just exists to save them from that one part.
And then he's like, oh, okay, goodbye.
and to simp over Ratchet's mom, who never
True.
gets a name. I don't think she ever actually gets a name. By the way,
Yeah, I'm pretty bad with
Old lady.
names, but I
She's
remember a name
just-
drop.
mother or old lady.
Oh, mother, yeah.
All right. So one thing we like to do around here is we give out an award with whatever we watch. We call it the Golden Ham. And
Wait, hold on,
generally speaking,
I didn't realize we actually did quotes. I heard you say your one thing, and I was like,
oh right, yeah. Go ahead, please.
I actually knew this guy's name, General Maji, the weird faux hawk dude. When the Straw Hats first arrived to the island with Mom, he's like taunting them on the. I don't know if he's just speaking loud or there's a speaker somewhere, but he's just taunting them. He says, "Why don't you run home crying like the pathetic breastfed wimps you are?" And that was just so oddly specific for an insult to me. I was like, what do you have against breastfed people?
Yeah, aren't like the majority of people breastfed?
I don't know about majority or not.
Maybe not in
It's
Japan. I don't
definitely
know.
like the expected goal, societally speaking. It's
Yeah.
like, you should breastfeed for all these benefits.
If you can't, we have this alternative.
All right. So we like to award the Golden Ham Award for. Generally, we used to make it just like the most impactful character for the episode / movie / whatever we watched. It could just be your favorite character, the one that stood out to you the most, maybe the one who had the best jokes. Anyone in particular come to mind that deserves this prestigious award this time around?
I'll nominate Nami.
I'm
She's
Nami.
like
It's the first
absolutely.
time. Yeah.
This is like her big. She was the star of this movie. I thought.
For some reason, this is like the first time. Yeah, I would say Nami.
Justin, do you have any opinions left or right here?
Well, I was just going to say Luffy because Galaxy Brain, but it would be rude of me to disagree with our guest. I'm going with Nami here.
Oh,
Oh.
so nice.
What a gentleman. I was going to go for Luffy because Luffy being so 9,000 brain IQ was, I mean, nothing he's done before, but it's really showcased in this movie. She does put in work, to be fair, though. All right. Last but not least, we're going to bother you guys to give us some recommendations. So every now and then we'll give our own to the audience, but seeing as you are an outside perspective, we want you to give us and the audience some form of recommendation. It could be a nice book you read recently. It can be another anime. Did you enjoy a nice meal the other day? Give us the recipe so that we can also enjoy it.
Ooh, so do you have one on your mind? I'm thinking.
I'm also thinking, to be honest.
This would have been a good one to give them a heads up ahead of time, but this is
No,
better.
you're good. I got something.
All right.
If you haven't already, the new Metroid Dread game is fantastic. If you're not a regular Metroid player, it's probably one of the most accessible ones to get into. I've played through it, and it's probably one of the best feeling Metroid style platformers. It's really smooth. The bosses are really challenging and fun, super sassy, and it's succinct enough to complete in 10 or 15 hours. Nothing that you have to heavily commit to.
Nice.
And then on the other side, if you do want something heavily that you want to commit to, Yakuza 6 Like a Dragon, or I don't know if it's 6, just Yakuza Like a Dragon. They departed from Kiryu as the protagonist if you follow those games, so it's something you could actually play without needing to play the million Yakuza games before it to know the story.
God, yeah. I've wanted to play him for a while, but I just never could get into the lore super heavy.
Oh, it's a running story. If it's the One Piece of games. It's like 8 games, and they all share the same sequential storyline. So that's my recommendations.
I also have some recommendations now in the whole Metroidvania light. If you haven't played Symphony of the Night, play that game. It's super good. It still holds up super well. I think it's kind of difficult to get a hold of now because like I think it was like on Xbox before, and they don't have it on PC. So
Is that an OG Castlevania game or?
it's an OG Castlevania. It was on the PlayStation before.
They remastered it on the PlayStation. Right now, it's on the PS Store.
Yeah,
I think you can get it in a
Oh.
bundle, even with like remastered versions of some of the Game Boy Advance ones as well.
Symphony of the
Wow.
Night slaps. It is. It also has some hilarious voice acting, so you can also enjoy that. Well, maybe hilarious isn't the word. Meme-worthy voice acting. Yeah. So that's a great one. And then for anime, since it's kind of the season, I suppose. Well, it's not really horror, but it's kind of horror based. Made in Abyss is a pretty
Oh my god.
filthy one.
Oh, I love that show so much.
If you're faint at heart, good luck with that one. But it's a pretty tasty one, dude. You should, you should watch it.
Absolutely. They're coming out with a movie sometime soon-ish, right? I think. I'm not making that up.
No, yeah, I think they had a movie before as well with Daddy.
Yeah, definitely give that one a watch. Like Snort said, not for the super faint of heart. It's about children and they get into some very dangerous situations. Sick, guys. Man, they spoiled us, Justin. We got 2 recommendations out of both of them.
Yeah.
I probably will check out those Castlevania games, actually. I need something to play after I finish Scarlet Nexus 2. Sick, guys. This was great.
Feel free to like plug any socials, anything, just anything.
You guys will have to you'll have to spell our YouTube
Yes,
channel in like
spell the name.
your guests thing, because we could say check us out on YouTube at BrutalMaglliniTime, but how the fuck do you spell that? So you'll have to look at the title of this episode to see how to spell that.
Yeah, there's a silent Q in our name.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't realize it.
If you look at YouTube and you just type brutal space Smite, you should see us. We're relatively popular in the Smite scene.
The easiest way to find us is just type in BMT Smite. That's it.
True.
That's fair. I remember a friend of mine from college introduced me to you guys into your content. I remember I tried to type it in when I got home, and it was something I don't think I heard Magglini properly, so I wrote in something crazy when I was looking at like my tab search history. I'm like, brutal. What the fuck did I write? How do you spell Magglini?
we fucked ourselves, dude.
2 L's, 1 N. That's how I remember it.
I only recently learned how to properly spell Barracuda's freaking channel name.
Oh yeah, consonants are capitalized, spells are not. I think that's it, right?
2 R's, 2 C's, 2 D's.
Yeah.
Well, they've been Brutal Maglini Time. We've been One Piece with a Lime at Panda Sightings, of course. You guys also have Twitter. Is it the same handle or
No spaces.
We'll
No
drop all
spaces.
that in the app description. Yeah.
it'll be somewhere, most likely in the Spotify description. We'll probably blast it on Twitter.
Whenever this comes out, we genuinely don't know when that's happening.
Yeah, we're recording this next to Halloween. Probably not coming out for a few weeks, but that's okay.
So happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Crimpus.
You might not be wrong. We are got a lot of recording getting done in the next couple of weeks to prep for holidays and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, this was fun, guys. This was unexpected but delightful nonetheless.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for-
very
thanks
much
for having us.
for having us on.
Thanks for being in the random Twitch chat listening to me.
If you ever want to come back, please feel free to bother Justin, or maybe we'll bother you instead when we're, fiending for the presence of another at some point. More guests.
I think we're open to such shenanigans. We will keep our eyes and ears
Excellent.
out for opportunity.
So long. Everybody have a good night. Good morning. Thank you again to Brutal Maglini Time. Leaf, Snort. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. And goodbye.
Bye bye now.
Bye.
Bye.